Number 15. The 1971 model marked the first year of the Cougar's second generation, featuring a restyled body that was larger and more luxurious than its predecessors. This model year saw the discontinuation of the Eliminator package, making the XR7 the top performance trim available. The XR7 trim added leather seats, a vinyl roof, and a tachometer, enhancing its appeal as a premium sports car. Under the hood, the top of the line boasted a formidable 429 Cobra Jet V8 engine, producing an impressive 370 horsepower. This powerhouse enabled the Cougar to sprint to 60 in just 6.2 seconds and complete the quarter mile in around 14.5 seconds at 98 miles per hour. Only 448 units were equipped with the Cobra Jet engine, making it a coveted collector's item. The car's design also stood out, with visible quad headlights replacing the hidden headlamps of previous models. The Cougar's interior was equally impressive, featuring high-back bucket seats and genuine simulated wood appliques, blending sportiness with luxury. Number 14. Introduced as a high-performance variant of the Dodge Dart, the Demon 340 was Chrysler's answer to small-block street machines like the Chevy Nova SS and Ford Maverick Grabber. At its heart was the potent 340 V8, underrated by the factory, at 275 horsepower and 340 torque. Thanks to its lightweight design, coming in at around 3,300 pounds, the Demon 340 could rocket from 0 to 60 in about 6.5 seconds and blaze through the quarter mile in 14.49 seconds at 98.3 miles per hour, making it one of the quickest small-block muscle cars of its time. Buyers could choose between a 4-speed manual with a Hurst pistol grip shifter or a 3-speed automatic, and performance goodies like a dual snorkel hood scoop, rally suspension, and optional sure grip differential made the Demon a formidable street performer. Number 13. Redesigned for 1971, the second-generation Javelin featured a longer, more aggressive body with pronounced fender flares and a distinctive grille that gave it a menacing road presence. But it wasn't just about looks. The AMX version was the true performance beast, especially when equipped with the top-tier 401 V8. This engine was officially rated at 330 horsepower and a massive 430 torque. With a 4-speed manual transmission and a limited-slip rear differential, the AMX 401 could rocket from 0 to 60 in about 6.1 seconds and tear through the quarter mile in roughly 14.3 seconds at 98.8 miles per hour. It wasn't just fast in a straight line. AMC's Trans Am racing efforts paid off, and the Javelin handled surprisingly well for a muscle car of its time. The legendary Mark Donohue even piloted a Javelin to victory in the SCCA Trans Am Championship, solidifying AMC's performance credibility. In 1971, the manufacturer sold only 2,054 AMX units, of which 745 were equipped with the powerful 401 engine. Number 12. Based on the Plymouth Valiant, the Duster was designed to be an affordable yet stylish alternative to bigger, heavier muscle cars of the era. But the real magic came with the 340 V8 under the hood. Rated at a conservative 275 horsepower and 340 torque, the Duster 340 was known to produce closer to 300 horsepower in reality. With a curb weight of just over 3,100 pounds, this compact powerhouse could sprint from 0 to 60 in about 6.5 seconds and blast through the quarter mile in roughly 14.26 seconds at 98.3 miles per hour, outpacing some larger, more expensive V8 muscle cars. Unlike its Mopar siblings, the Duster 340 avoided high insurance premiums thanks to its small block engine, making it a favorite among younger muscle car enthusiasts. Number 11. By 1971, rising insurance costs and tightening emissions regulations were beginning to choke muscle car performance, but Chevrolet still offered the legendary SS454, keeping the fire burning. The most potent version featured the LS5454 V8, which was officially rated at 365 horsepower and 465 torque. However, the real powerhouse was the rare LS6 version, which carried over from 1970 with a brutal 450 horsepower and 500 torque, though it was only offered in early 1971 before being discontinued. With the LS5 engine, the Chevelle SS could rocket from 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds and tear through the quarter mile in approximately 14 seconds at 100 miles per hour. The 1971 model was the first Chevelle to feature power windows and door locks as options, adding a touch of luxury to its muscle car roots. It featured a redesigned front end with single-unit headlights borrowed from the Monte Carlo, giving it a distinctive look. Number 10. The 1971 model year saw some changes due to new emissions regulations, including a reduction in compression ratio from 10.5 to 1 to 8.5 to 1, which slightly decreased the engine's output. Despite these changes, the W30 package retained its performance edge with features like an aluminum intake manifold, low-restriction air cleaner, and a functional ram air induction system. Under the hood lurked the mighty 455 V8, officially rated at 350 horsepower and a monstrous 460 torque. When paired with the M22 Rock Crusher 4-speed manual or the Turbo 400 automatic, the 442 W30 could launch from 0 to 60 in over 7 seconds and rip through the quarter mile in around 13.9 seconds at 101 miles per hour. With just 920 units produced, the 1971 Oldsmobile 442 W30 is a truly rare and exclusive car. Number 9. The LeMans GT37 was a muscle car disguised as a budget-friendly street warrior, offering big performance without the high insurance costs of the GTO. Often called the GTO's little brother, the GT37 was based on the LeMans, but came with bold performance features, including hood pins, rally stripes, and a sporty exhaust system that exited just behind the rear tires. The highlight of the GT37 package was the range of available engines, with the most potent option being the legendary 455 HOV8, rated at 335 horsepower and a monstrous 480 torque. When equipped with this powerhouse and a 4-speed manual transmission, the GT37 could sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 5.7 seconds and blast through the quarter mile in around 13.9 seconds at 102 miles per hour. Of the 6,589 GT37 models sold in 1971, only 69 were equipped with the 455 V8 engine, and the HO version was even rarer. Number 8. Introduced in 1970 as Dodge's answer to the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro, the Challenger quickly established itself as a serious contender, especially in RT form. For 1971, the Challenger received a more aggressive look with a split grille, new taillights, and bold stripe packages. The 446-pack engine, a 7.2-liter V8 with 3 Holley 2-barrel carburetors, delivered a brutal 385 horsepower and 490 torque. With all that power, the 446-pack Challenger could launch from 0 to 60 in around 5.9 seconds and blast through the quarter mile in 13.75 seconds at 104 miles per hour, according to Supercar Magazine's 1971 annual. Despite its impressive specs and performance, the 1971 Challenger faced declining sales. Only 246 units of the Challenger RT were powered by the 446 pack option in 1971. Number 7. Initially introduced in 1968 as Dodge's budget-friendly alternative to the Plymouth Roadrunner, the Super Bee moved from the Coronet to the Charger lineup in 1971, adopting the Charger's sleek fuselage styling and aggressive split grille. But the real story was under the hood, when equipped with the legendary 426 Hemi. The 7.0-liter V8 produced a conservatively rated 425 horsepower and 490 torque, though real-world numbers were likely much higher. Paired with a 4-speed manual transmission or a 3-speed automatic, the Hemi Super B could rocket from 0 to 60 in around 5.7 seconds. In the December 1971 issue of Motor Trend magazine, the Charger Super B completed the quarter-mile in 13.73 seconds at 104 miles per hour. Despite its muscle car pedigree, the 1971 Super B was rare, with only 22 Hemi-powered models produced, making it one of the most sought-after Mopars today. Number 6. The 1971 model year brought a more aggressive look with a dramatic scalloped grille and chrome gills on the front fenders. Under the hood, the Cuda 446 pack boasted a 440 V8 engine with 3 2-barrel Holley carburetors, delivering a robust 385 horsepower and 490 torque. While slightly less powerful than the legendary 426 Hemi, the 446 pack provided incredible acceleration and was more affordable, making it a favorite among street racers. With a 4-speed manual transmission and a 4.10-geared Dana 60 rear axle, the 1971 Cuda 446 pack could launch from 0 to 60 in around 6 seconds and blaze through the quarter-mile in roughly 13.72 seconds at 106 miles per hour. Only 254 units were sold in 1971 before the 6-barrel V8 was removed from the lineup. Number 5. The 1971 model marked the second year of the second-generation Trans Am, featuring aggressive styling with a low-slung stance, a bold shaker hood scoop, and the iconic Screaming Chicken hood decal that would become a Trans Am trademark in later years. But the real highlight was under the hood, Pontiac's massive 455 high-output V8. This 7.5-liter powerhouse was officially rated at 335 horsepower and a massive 480 torque. The 455 HO Trans Am delivered a thrilling performance, rocketing from 0 to 60 in around 5.9 seconds and ripping through the quarter-mile in 13.7 seconds at 104 miles per hour, according to the 1971 Supercar Annual. Only 2,116 units were produced, making it a highly sought-after collector's car today. It was also the first year Pontiac introduced the honeycomb wheels, which would become an iconic design. Number 4. As the only Boss model available in 1971, it replaced the Boss 302 and Boss 429, blending the best of both worlds with a potent 351 Cleveland V8. This engine, fitted with a solid lifter camshaft, aluminum intake manifold, 11:1 compression ratio, and ram air induction, produced an underrated 330 horsepower and 370 torque. Thanks to its lightweight small block design, the Boss 351 delivered blistering acceleration. With a 4-speed manual transmission and a 3.91 traction lock rear differential, it could launch from 0 to 60 in just 5.8 seconds and blast through the quarter-mile in 13.5 seconds at 103 miles per hour. Only 1,806 of them were made, which is why collectors are so eager to get their hands on one. It also marked the end of the Boss Mustang line until it was revived in 2012. Number 3. The redesigned Roadrunner featured a more rounded fuselage body with an aggressive grille, sculpted lines, and bold graphics, making it look fast even when standing still. Under the hood was the legendary 426 Hemi V8. With a 4-speed manual transmission and a 4.1-geared Dana 60 rear axle, the 71 Hemi Roadrunner could rocket from 0 to 60 in just 5.3 seconds and tear through the quarter-mile in around 13.5 seconds at 106.5 miles per hour. It came equipped with heavy-duty suspension, power front disc brakes, and an available air grabber hood that could be opened on demand to force cool air into the massive Hemi. Only 55 Hemi Roadrunners were built in 1971, making it one of the rarest and most valuable Mopars ever. It was also one of the last years the Hemi was available in a Plymouth B-body before federal regulations effectively ended the muscle car era. Number 2. The 1971 model year introduced a larger, more aggressive Mustang with a longer hood, a fastback roofline, and an intimidating front grille. As the top performance option for the Mach 1, the 429 Super Cobra jet was a no-nonsense street warrior built for speed. This 7.0-liter V8 was factory-rated at 375 horsepower and a massive 450 torque. When paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, a 4.11 rear axle, and the drag pack option, the Mach 1 could rocket from 0 to 60 in about 6.4 seconds and tear through the quarter-mile in just 13.4 seconds at 105 miles per hour. The 429 SCJ was built for serious racers, featuring an external oil cooler and a reinforced bottom end to handle high RPM abuse. However, due to rising insurance costs and emissions regulations, only 531 Mach 1s were built with the 429 SCJ in 1971, making them incredibly rare today. Number 1. The Torino nameplate first appeared in 1968 as an upscale version of the Ford Fairlane, but by 1971 it had evolved into a distinct model known for its performance. The 1971 Torino Cobra came standard with a 351 Cleveland, but for true speed demons, the ultimate option was the 429 SCJ. This 7.0-liter big block V8, rated at 375 horsepower and 450 torque, is the same as in the Mustang Mach 1. This powerhouse enabled the Torino Cobra to sprint to 60 in just 6 seconds and complete the quarter mile in a blistering 13.3 seconds at 106 miles per hour. Only 3,054 units were produced, with just 313 equipped with the 429 SCJ engine and 4-speed transmission. The Torino Cobra's Coke bottle design and aggressive stance have earned it a place in the hearts of car enthusiasts.